What's up guys, Ngate Gaming here with another video. Today we'll be discussing one of the new 4-star characters, Xueyi. For anyone who is new to the channel, I would appreciate if you hit that like and subscribe, as it does help with the algorithm and keep you updated whenever I upload any video. With that said, let's dive into the video. Xueyi is a DPS character who focuses on utilizing break effect, reducing enemy toughness and using karma stacks for follow-up attacks. She's a unique character because the damage scales off break effect, which is a stat not many characters use or focus on except for Ruin Mei. If you want to try out a unique DPS character with an interesting kit or want to try using break effect teams, then Xueyi would be a good character to pull and try out. You can get Xueyi as a 4-star rate up by pulling on the current Ruin Mei or Blade banner. Both banners are currently available and run from December 27th to January 17th, 2024. Afterwards, you can get Xueyi as a standing character after the end of version 1.6. As we dive into her kit, her main gimmick or rather talent is that when Xueyi reduces enemy toughness with attacks, karma will be stacked. The more toughness is reduced, the more stacks of karma are added, and this goes up to 8 stacks. When her allies reduce enemy toughness with attacks, Xueyi gains 1 stack of karma each time. When karma reaches the max number of stacks, she consumes all her current stacks and immediately launches a follow-up attack against an enemy target, dealing damage for 3 times, with each time dealing quantum damage equal to 45% of her attack to a single random enemy. This follow-up attack will not add any karma stacks, and this should be your highest priority when leveling up her traces. Her skill deals quantum damage equal to 70% of her attack to a single enemy and quantum damage equal to 35% of her attack to an adjacent enemies. I would class this as your second talent priority. Her ultimate deals quantum damage equal to 150% of her attack to a single target enemy. This attack ignores weakness types and reduces the enemy's toughness. When enemy's weakness is broken, the quantum weakness break is triggered, and in this attack, the more toughness is reduced, the higher damage will be dealt, up to a max of 36%. I would class this as your third talent priority. As much as a majority of the written content is based off her attack, her bonus abilities, or rather her traces, are what allow her to stand out in terms of break effect, as her first trace increases damage dealt by her by an amount equal to 100% of break effect, up to a maximum damage increase of 240%. Her second trace makes it that if the enemy's target's toughness is equal to or higher than 50% of their max toughness, she deals 10% more damage when using her ultimate. Finally, her last trace will keep a tally of the number of karma stacks that exceed the max stack limit of 8, up to 6 stacks in the tally. When Xueyi's talent is triggered, she will gain a corresponding number of tallied karma stacks. She's quite a broken character, I think, and she has an ability set that is very unique to the game. So interestingly, as Xueyi scales with break effect, she cannot use many of the destruction Lightcones to their full potential, especially the large variety of 5-star limited options that have been previously released with their respective destruction characters. But on the other hand, this allows players to take a more free-to-play approach and build a better with various lower rarity options, with her best in slot currently being on the Fall of an Eon, which can be easily obtained and superimposed through the Herta store. While this Lightcone can also focus on increasing attack, since it can also increase her damage significantly upon weakness break, it synergizes very well with the unique toughness depletion mechanics. On the other hand, those who are utilizing this Lightcone on other characters or are yet to obtain it can also consider using either Under the Blue Sky or The Molds Welcome You as 4-star options, primarily as a 4-star stat stick, since they will further increase her attack. If Xueyi is fighting only a single enemy, Nowhere to Run also works. However, typically as a destruction character, she will be better to utilize in battles against multiple enemies. Alternatively, she can also utilize some 3-star options, especially when they are max superimposed, such as Collapsing Sky or Shattered Home, to increase the damage of some parts of a kit or to deal more damage when enemies are below a certain HP threshold. So considering that Xueyi is a unique character that scales with break effect, similar to Ruin Mei, albeit with an entirely different function, building her with a good focus on break effect is highly recommended. In this case, Xueyi in particular can utilize the Thief of Shooting Meteor set to increase her break effect further, especially if players do not want to spend as many resources but have previously obtained this set through the Echo of War or other content. On the other hand, a full set of Genius or Brilliant Stars will work much more effectively on her since she can well benefit from the defense ignore mechanic that the 4-star set bonus provides, while also benefiting from gaining added quantum damage bonus. As break effect is easy to obtain through substats or main stats, or even through the Planar ornaments, this allows players to more easily min-max for the most optimal build. For the Planar ornaments, the best option is to focus on Talia, Kingdom of Banditry to gain an added bonus in break effect, while also emphasizing speed to increase this boost even further, consequently enhancing her overall damage. On the other hand, if the speed requirement of 145 for Talia Kingdom of Banditry is not currently achievable for some players, or if they've opted for the Thief of Shooting Meteor set, Space Station can work as a good alternative, particularly thanks to its lower speed requirement to activate its effect. While Xueyi benefits more from break effect, she can utilize this attack percentage buff from this set effectively. So for the main and sub stats, you can best focus on break effect, crit values and speed. With that, she's not that different from other DPS characters, except for the primary difference of scaling with the break effect specifically. That being the case, her set should be quite similar to most, with attack being replaced with break effect on link rope and substat priority, while the rest such as crit rate, crit damage and speed is still quite important in her build, unlike some characters like Kafka who do not in any way benefit from crit values. So when it comes to her Eidolons, depending on what you're going for, you want to focus on getting her E6, which reduces her required karma stacks, allowing her to dish out more follow-up attacks in the process. But if you're low on Stellar Jade, her E2 is a good stop, which allows her follow-up attacks to restore her HP and decrease enemy toughness regardless if they're weak to quantum or not. When we look at a team, Xueyi is a DPS character, so she needs to be in a team with designated healers, defenders and or buffers. That said, here are just a few examples that would work. A good team would be Xueyi, Yukong, Asta and Natasha for a more free-to-play build. If you're looking to obviously get a very strong DPS build, you can go Xueyi, Jingliu, Ruin Mei and Huahua for more strong DPS build. You can always replace Huahua with Luocha if you manage to get Luocha. But lastly, for those interested in a mono quantum team, a good team for this would be Xueyi, Sila, Silver Wolf and Fushuan. Obviously this kind of runs about everything from DPS to buffer to double DPS to obviously tank, and that's pretty much it. So now obviously we are at the final comments and whether you should pull for her right now, obviously depending on the 5-star banner, or you should obviously just wait for her rerun, obviously at another point in time, or just try and wait and get her in the standard banner. My overall thoughts, my personal thoughts, are that any account would benefit greatly from the addition of Xueyi. She brings a new feel of follow-up attacks to the game, along with her special mechanic of scaling off break effect. So, should you get her? Yes. Yes, if you were interested. No, if you were saving up Stellar Jade. But, my thoughts, she's a new character. If you like new characters, get the new character. And that's pretty much it. That's the way I kind of work. For me, everyone plays in a different way. Everyone plays in their specific kind of lineup that allows them to max out the characters they have in their account to the maximum or the peak of the abilities, if you'd say so. And my thoughts of whether you should summon for her, if you have a good account, again, just like every single one of my videos, if you have a good account, I don't think so. She doesn't really add that much difference. She just adds the fact that she's a new DPS character who's quantum and destruction, but obviously a 4-star character. And she adds that whole, follow-up attack mechanic, which is obviously has new animations compared to what we've been having for the past 6 to 7 months, right? So, and that's pretty much it. I think, again, it's up to you as a player. If you want her, get her. My thoughts, don't get her. Because there are probably going to be other 4-star characters coming out later, especially 2.0 and beyond, that offer way more or probably better specific utility to a team. But with that said, I hope you enjoy the video. If you like it, hit that like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.